bounds.
What's up, guys? It's me. It's Lex. I'm back, and it's like clockwork for me. I'm coming at y'all with some real content in the form of a reaction video. So like I told you guys, this channel is going to be a little bit of everything. So it's not going to just be like category specific, I should say, or specialized or whatever in a certain thing for YouTube. I'm just going to do it all. So obviously, because I'm still starting out, a lot of the content right now is going to just be things that come to my mind as things that I think are worthy enough to, you know, sit down and record and put out there for you guys. So for those of you who watched my intro video that I put out yesterday, some things that I kind of told you guys about myself was that I'm into UFC, MMA, combat sports. So today I'm gonna do a reaction video on last night's fight night on UFC's Fight Island, where the main event saw the Korean Zombie versus Brian Ortega. Now those two had a little bit of history. It's not one of the most memorable like rivalries between two fighters. These guys are like good guys, you know what I mean? They're super humble, strictly business. But you know, if we look back to I want to say it was around June or July of 2019, those guys were originally slated to face off on, I want to say it was the New Mexico card in September of 2019, and for whatever reason that match fell apart, and that's kind of where this budding rivalry, I guess you could say, kind of kicked off between the two of them. TKZ pretty much hopped on social media and, in short, said that Brian Ortega ducks fights. There was a little bit of banter back and forth on social media between them, you know how that stuff goes, and then we kind of just skipped towards the beginning of 2020, where Brian Ortega is now nursing an ACL injury. So there's that. And then we kind of just get into this mix of where Jay Park and TKZ are like buddies. Jay Park's like his translator or something like that, and Jay Park is speaking to ESPN and basically says that, you know what, this dude Ortega ducks fights, and you know, my boy TKZ, he don't need to face nobody that ducks him, not once but twice. And Ortega did not take too kindly to that. So now we're at UFC 248, right? And Ortega finds Jay Park and Korean Zombie in the back. TKZ's in the bathroom apparently, so he just kind of pulls up on Jay Park and it smacks him upside his head. And there's this little altercation there, and now TKZ's not taking too kindly to this, because what you putting hands on my boy for? Like, you're a fighter, why are you fighting somebody who don't fight? You know, I get that. You shouldn't do that. You know better. You know. After a while, the drama kind of just settled down. They apologized. They went back to being, you know, upstanding fighters of the UFC community or whatever. But now we're here. Last night, October 17th, like I said, it was fight night on UFC Fight Island, and these two were main eventing. So yeah, we're gonna watch some highlights from last night's fight and see what we got. I didn't get to watch the fight because I work on the weekends, unfortunately. I work an overnight job, so I have to do a lot of catch up. So here we go.
The Korean Zombie, Brian.
Yo, seeing Brian Ortega bald as heck is super weird. Like, I'm so sad he cut his hair. That man had beautiful hair, but he donated it, so it's on.
So evenly faced, only ticking one of those boxes already.
The stands, it's much more of the commentary group that if he closes.
So in this first round, ooh, these are some hard hits. Ooh! Ortega catches this kick and drops him in the first round. And these two are throwing lots of leg kicks. Just from these quick little highlights in the first round, looks like Ortega was doing a really job of catching his kicks and returning some bombs. Takedown defense looks solid. These guys were throwing some bombs. Ooh! Spinning back elbow. Ooh! Talk about a chin. Them boys are swinging for the fences in the second round. Ortega got him down in the last few seconds of the second. That elbow is freaking mean. I feel like most people would have been knocked out by that. You know, something about leg kicks is just so cool to me. Fun fact, I kind of started taking up training for like martial arts, UFC, MMA type stuff a couple of years ago. And it was absolutely exhilarating. Like, I loved it. I've been on a break for quite a while from it now. And I really need to get back into it, because when I get into these moves, or when I get all the free time to watch fights and stuff like that, it just like makes me miss it. Ooh, Ortega busted open, or no, I'm sorry, TKZ's busted open now. I like that little leg grab pull into just throw a punch. Like, that's nice. Ortega looks really sharp based off all of these highlights that I see right now. Like, he was throwing punches that was knocking his head back, kind of stopping him in his tracks, but TKZ just kept coming forward. Oh, okay. T-City takes it, you know, just based off of those highlights alone. I believe it. I believe it. Now I definitely need to go back on and watch the whole entire fight, because that was saucy. Like, Brian Ortega and Korean Zombie are two very well-rounded fighters, in my opinion. In this particular weight class, I wouldn't say that either one of them are at the top of my favorite fighters list for this particular weight class, like I said, but these highlights were amazing. The fight looked like it was a really good fight, and you know, just based off of these highlights, I don't know if it just kind of purposely favored Ortega, but you know, it definitely does look like Ortega was deserving of this decision win. That spinning back elbow, yo, that's crazy. Yeah, like I was telling you guys throughout this video, I started training, and I remember the first time I went to a sparring session on a Saturday morning, and I was sparring with this girl who did Taekwondo before she came to dabble in UFC type stuff, and we sparred, and she was taller and she was a longer girl, and she threw a knee, and I ducked down as she was throwing this knee, so I didn't even see it coming. And I can only imagine getting hit with knees and elbows are almost one and the same, because when I got hit by this friggin' vicious knee from hell, it was terrible. I felt my whole entire left eye just kind of go this way, and my vision got super blurry, my eye got really sensitive. I'm pretty sure like my eyeball or something was bruised, because like it just hurt for the rest of the day. It was sensitive to light, and you know, me being the hard-headed person that I am, was like, nah, I'm good. So I went in there, basically finished the sparring session for the day, like one eye bandit, but yeah, so there's that. I mean, obviously this video would have gone much longer if we sat and watched the full 5-round fight. So we're gonna settle for a, you know, just shy of a 3-minute highlight reel. And shout outs to Brian Ortega. I believe that Dana White said that the winner of this bout was going to face the champion, and looks like we have our next championship fight. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video, this reaction. I hope you guys liked what you saw, because I'm all for this type of stuff. I'm just gonna say, I feel like you have to have a special screw loose in your brain to want to do this type of thing. Like, yeah, I want to beat on people and get beat up for a living, and that's coming from me, because that's kind of like an aspiration I'm still holding on to on the side, even though I've taken such a long hiatus. Is I want to be a pro fighter. This would be so cool. Like, I don't know, I'm just a aggressive person. I have violent tendencies, and maybe we all are like that, but I just feel like for me in particular, like this is my sport. Contact sports that inflict pain both ways. But yeah, all right guys, well that concludes this video of reacting to Brian Ortega versus Korean Zombie. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, hit the like button, subscribe button, and just stay tuned. Like I said, this channel's starting off really slow, so we're gonna build our way up. People's channel, it's for y'all. I'm gonna do what I can for y'all, and that's that. I'll see y'all next time. Shoots.